Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to wait for people to get in, and then we will get going on this. There was just some things that have been filed in the Vallow Daybell case. Very, very interesting. Really wonder what's going to happen next because there's been a lot of filings on Chad's side as of late. So I'm going to ask if you haven't been subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you're made aware when we go live like this and do updated reads, etc. So there's been some interesting filings. Hello, Fluffy Hedgehog. There's been some filings in the Daybell case. Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. And this is going to make things get interesting, you guys. Please smash that like button on your way in. Let everybody know that we are live so we can get going on this. Okay, so let me just get this up so I can show you guys what's going on. Okay, so we're going to start here, you guys. Like I said, let's just wait for people to get in here so we don't have to keep repeating ourselves. If you smash that like button, it gets us out there in the algorithm a little bit faster so we can get going. Hello, Marriott from Norway. It is cold here today, you guys. We've got snow upon snow upon snow, so chilly. And I've got my heater off because I guess it interferes with my mic, so we got that off. So we're going to start here, you guys. I've just got the most recent order from the judge regarding Lori Vallow and her competency. Boy, do we got stuff to go through. Huh. Okay, so let's start with this one before, just so you guys have an idea of when I show you the order that was just posted, so you guys will see what's going on. And this is going to send Chad's team now into a frenzy, because they're going to be scrambling now like crazy, trying to figure out what they're going to do now that there's been an order in the Vallow case. What is Chad's side going to do with this information now? Okay, so I'm going to start here, give you a little bit of history of what's been going on. This is back nearing the end of October, so just a couple of weeks ago. Based on the state's motion, Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32I of the Criminal Procedure and for good cause show, the court finds the defendant Lori Vallow Daybell's privacy interests concerning mental health records and the party's right to a fair trial, combined with the potential for unduly prejudicial impact of disclosure of such sensitive information outweighs the preference for public disclosure. So where everything was sealed, right? Well, we got news for you. And like I said, this is going to send Chad's team into a frenzy. Okay, let me just share this now. It was on a totally different screen, you guys. So, okay, so this is the last order, not the last order, but this was the previous order that was made regarding Lori. Okay, now once we see this, we're going to understand why. There's something going on here that is being hidden. Like, I don't want to know everything she talks about with her doctors and all this stuff, you know, but I do want to know what's going on in the case. Well, we're going to know now. And like I said, with the next, not this order, but the next order I show you that just came out, was just put on the docket thing this morning. It's going to send Chad Daybell's team into a frenzy. So there was an order to close and seal on November 9th, which was not that long ago, a week and a half ago, okay? So on October 31st, the court scheduled a hearing for November 9th. Now, that hearing happened on November 9th, but we were not allowed to be privy to it, any information, nothing. So we had no idea what was going on there. Well, now we do. With the next order I'm going to show you, we're going to find out what happened. Pursuant to ICAR 32, the court finds that the hearing will reference information that is expressly exempt from public disclosure. Accordingly, the court determines the closure of the hearing and sealing of the record is necessary in order to protect the individual's privacy rights and interests and to preserve the parties' rights to a fair trial, and such action is no broader necessary than to protect this fundamental right. Right? So, we don't know what happened. We knew back in October, they stayed the case again, all this crap. So, like, what's going on? Everything's being sealed. What's going on? I had a funny feeling she was being sent for another evaluation, and it looks like I was right again, you guys. So, this is what was posted this morning on the court. In the District Court of the 7th Judicial District, the order regarding Lori Vallow, aka Lori Vallow Daybell. On this date, the court issued its sealed findings of fact. The memorandum and order subsequent to a competency hearing conducted on November 9th. So that's why we couldn't hear it all, you guys. Okay, so that's what they were talking about on November 9th. The court has now determined that the defendant, Lori Vallow, is competent and therefore fit to proceed to trial. Therefore, the October 6th order staying her case is hereby lifted and the court will reschedule trial in this case. Pursuant to ICOR, the court finds that the findings of fact, memorandum, and order references information that is expressly exempt from public disclosure. Accordingly, the court determines the sealing is necessary in order to preserve the parties' rights to a fair trial. So, she is competent to stand trial. So, we still are not going to know what happened on November 9th, what brought them to this conclusion, what was discussed in that. But with this happening now, Chad just had a hearing because he wants these trials severed, right? He wants it severed from Lori. Lori has not given up her right to a speedy trial. So I am assuming right now they were supposed to go to trial on January 9th. That has been vacated. Chad, in his last court hearing, had his court case put on hold because they've got more information coming in. They want the trial severed. They have all these motions that they filed. So there's no court date. They're asking for a court date in October of 2023. That's not going to fly with Lori's team. Lori has not, where Chad has given up his right to a fair, to a speedy trial, Lori has not. Okay? So this is going to cause some problems. Hello, Karen. Hello, Margene. So, being that Lori has not waived her right to a speedy trial and Chad has, what is going to happen now? Right? Chad's lawyers are saying they don't want their trial date until October. Now this is just my opinion, what I'm going to say right now. I think Lori's team is going to say, oh, hell no. Lori wants this dealt with. Dealt with it fast. She has not waived her right to a speedy trial. You took away that right already and made her wait an extra 2 months for her trial to start in January. And now that's not happening. So with the speedy trial rules, if there is good cause to put it off a little bit longer outside of the time frame for a speedy trial, then they can basically do that and probably get away with it. So her right to a speedy trial, they would have had to have her in trial by mid-October of this year. But being they found some causes and this and that and fandangled whatever they did with the speedy trial, laws, they put it off and said, it's not out of the scope to wait a couple months so we can gather more information and gives the defense a little bit more time. It's not going to hurt her right to a speedy trial for her to wait an extra 2 months. But now with this, it's going to be a full year because from what I've been hearing, Chad's trial is going to be rescheduled. The one that was canceled in January, that they were both supposed to go to trial in January, it's been vacated. And Chad is looking at October of 2023. That's not going to fly with Lori's team. That's a year outside of her rights to a speedy trial. Now, Chad last week filed a motion to sever. Motion to sever. They want their trial in October of 2023, and that's what's going to happen. That's what they're asking for. How's that going to affect this now? Are they going to have to now, with no other choice, sever these two trials because she still has her right to a speedy trial? And putting it off until October 2023 so they can have these trials joined is not going to fly. I'm not sticking up for Lori, but if I was her attorney, I would be saying, this is not going to fly with us. Her right to a speedy trial, she has to be brought to trial within 90 days of arraignment. Her 90 days would have been October of 2022. There was a trial scheduled for her in October 2022. Then the state filed motions to say, no, we still want these joined, and we want her trial moved to January. That January trial date is now vacated. So it's like, what's going on? Right? What's going to happen now? She has been found competent to stand trial. She still has, no matter how ugly and evil she is, she has the right to a speedy trial. Lori was not happy that she had to wait from October of 2022 to January. So can you imagine this now? She may say, no, I want my January date. And if that is the case, because if they don't give her her right to a speedy trial and they make her wait until October of 2023, that's a full year outside the scope of when her trial should have happened, she has some cause there for to have her court case thrown out. If you want my honest opinion, she could get off on these charges if they do that. She could appeal that. And if she goes on appeal, she would probably win. And don't forget, you guys, they have nothing on Lori placing her at Chad's property when those children were buried there. So they better be very careful. Okay? They have a lot of things on Lori, but they don't have evidence putting her there. And that's why I think they want to keep these trials joined. Okay? I think they want to keep the trials joined so the evidence that they have against Chad and Alex, who is deceased, is going to come out at the trial, and it's going to be used against both of them. Okay? Because at her trial, they're going to say, look it, they've got Chad and they've got Alex phones pinging there, messaging from there. But they have nothing of Lori. That's going to be used in her trial. And if they don't give her her speedy trial, she could very well get off. So there's a lot of things that are going to, I do think that there should be a sever, and her trial should go ahead in January as stated, and his whenever, because he gave up his right to a speedy trial. She has not. We got to think, no matter how much this sucks, you guys, and how evil these two are, they have to follow the law. And the law says anybody charged has a right to a speedy trial. Chad gave up that right. He waived his right to a speedy trial. Lori has not. So are you going to, is the prosecution going to put themselves in a position where she may win on appeal if they make her wait a full year outside of the time frame that she had for a speedy trial? Right? Well, and that's why I said they've got her competent again. This is right here is competent and fit to proceed to trial. They've got to get this chick into trial before she's incompetent again. If they would have done it and gave her court date in October, her case would have already been done. So being that, like I said, they wanted to keep these two trials together, there was a trial date already set for January 9th when Lori's report came in that she was competent. That was in like July or August. They arraigned her and set her trial for October because she did not give up her right to a speedy trial. But then when it came close to her trial date in October, they put her trial with Chad's on the 9th and said it's not outside of the scope. There's a lot of the same information, all the arguments that they gave. It's only a couple more months. I don't think, that's reason for an appeal. We don't think that it's, that far outside the scope of a speedy trial. It gives her lawyers they use all kinds of arguments to get them to stay joined. But now that January 9th date is vacated, you guys, and Chad's looking at an October 2023 hearing, that's a year after she was entitled to her trial. She was entitled to her trial by mid-October of this year, and she still has not given up her right to a speedy trial. So this is going to get crazy. Yeah, she was back in July. She'd spent like over a year, being brought back to competency. She was brought back to competency this past July. She was arraigned, and a trial date was set for her because she did not give up her right to a speedy trial. So a trial date was set for October of 2022. They then changed that date to have hers joined still with Chad's, and that trial date was already set for January 9th of 2023. So they just canceled her October, took away her right to a speedy trial, and moved it to January. I don't think they would have really fought about that, or I don't think her defense team really would have done a lot about that because they wanted that extra time because of the death penalty case, and basically calmed Lori down and look at it's only a couple extra months, gives us more time to get things together, whatever, and prepare. So I think they had her convinced. But now that date has been vacated and Chad doesn't want a trial now until October of 2023, that's a year past the date that she should have already been tried. And she still has not given up her right to a speedy trial. So with that being said, this is going to get bad. This is going to get bad. So there's the only other filing that I see in Chad's case here is a supplemental discovery. I'm still watching, like I've told you guys I would. I'm still waiting for the judge because when Chad was in court last week, just over a week ago, they had a motion to sever the trial. The judge took it on advisement. So I'm still waiting for the judge to give his order on that, whether he's going to grant a sever or what's going to happen. And now Lori's back, and she's fit to stand trial, and she's supposed to be proceeding. Her lawyers, and she's going to freak out when she thinks right now she's going to trial in January, and she has that right, you guys. I'm breaking up. Is anybody else having... Kimmy, no, the October 23 date has not been set yet. That's what Chad is asking for. Okay, can you guys tell me, is anybody else having problems with... It's bad? Okay, hang on, give me a second, you guys. Okay, tell me if this is a little bit better. Is that better, you guys? Let me know if this one is better. Is it still breaking up, you guys, or is this one better? A lot better? Much better? Morning, Rosie. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I guess I've got to keep changing my mic every time I start. It's still connecting to my camera mic. So as long as it's good for you guys here, let me just bring this mic down a bit so it's, oops, hang on a sec. Just give me a second, you guys. Okay, so how's that? Everybody can hear me now? Much better, much better, much better. Hopefully that is much better. Good morning, everybody coming in. Nana, good morning. Terry. Okay, good. Kimmy, Lady D, Cup of Color. Marilyn, The Real Angel. Marriott. Comptoot, hello, hello. The truth doesn't lie. Hello. Vicky H, hello. Strawberry Wine, hello. Just giving some shout outs. Kimmy, Cup of Color. I don't know if I've missed anybody, you guys. The Cake Maker, hello. Okay, so for those of you just coming in, to give a little bit of what's going on, just this morning, we have the court order saying that Lori Vallow Daybell is competent and therefore fit to proceed to trial. Therefore, for the order staying her case, that order was on October 6th. So the October 6th order staying the case is hereby lifted and the court will reschedule trial. Now, what we're talking about is Chad has asked for a continuance in his trial, and they don't want his trial to go through until October of 2023. That's going to cause a big problem because Lori has not waived her right to a speedy trial, and I believe that she is going to say, I want my trial now. So I do believe they're going to ask to keep that January 9th court date for hers. Gone again? What is going on, you guys? I don't know why this is breaking up. So I'm breaking up again, you guys. It could be the weather. Okay. Okay, so how is that one, you guys? Let me know how it is now. I am trying to fix it, you guys. I'm not good with this stuff. It's okay now? Okay. I don't know why my audio keeps messing up, you guys. I've got a new mic that I had to get. Okay, so what's going on? Like I said, Lori still has her right to a speedy trial. I believe she's going to ask for that. But Chad doesn't want his case to go ahead until October of 2023. And because Lori has not given up her right to a speedy trial, I can't see them being able to put hers off just to keep it joined with his till next October, because that's a year past the date that she should have been able to have her trial via speedy trial, because she should have been able to have hers in October of 2022, but they put it off to January just to keep hers and Chad's together. Now that date has been vacated. So And she's been brought back to competency November. So they still had the rest of November and December, and then the trial was supposed to start in January. So I do believe they're going to say, no, she wants to go in January and we got to go in January. But that date's been vacated now. So I don't know what the heck is going to go on here, you guys. If the judge refuses to sever the case and makes Lori wait until October of next year to go to trial so they can keep it joined with Chad's, she could have appeals up the wazoo, and she could very much walk from this. She could very much walk from this. She could win her appeal because her right to a speedy trial was taken from her. Not once, but twice. If they keep this joined and they don't go to trial until October of 2023, there's going to be big problems in the Vallow case. And I'm really worried that she will win on appeal because she has not given up her right to a speedy trial. And, putting it off for 2 months outside of the due date for speedy trial, which was October. Okay, we can see that. It gives her lawyers a little bit more time. But a year, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Yeah, exactly. And this is why I'm saying I believe they need to get her into trial. And I mean, the biggest complaint that the prosecution has is, well, it's going to cost us double. Sorry, you guys, my printer fax machine there is going crazy cleaning the heads. It does that on its own every now and then. So sorry for that noise in the background. But the only reasons really that they say the evidence is all the same, which apparently it's not, according to John Pryor, and cost factor. Well, that's the cost of serving justice. Okay? You can't change somebody's constitutional rights because it's going to cost you a little bit more money. Well, a lot more money. She has the right to a speedy trial. Okay? They already took that away from her to put it out 2 months. But to take it away again and put it out for a year from the time she was supposed to have her trial, it's going to backfire on them. Seriously going to backfire on them. That's only in my opinion. Right? So what happens now? Now I am waiting, like I said, on the order from the judge regarding Chad's motion to sever. This is one of the last things that was filed in Chad's case. Just the state of Idaho, through the Fremont County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, pursuant to Idaho Criminal Rule 16, notifies the defendant of the following: documents and tangible objects. Defense counsel can inspect and copy, photograph any of the items and material described in Idaho Criminal Rule 16b-4 by simply making prior arrangements with Madison County Prosecutor's Office or law enforcement agency holding each item or evidence. In addition to the above, the state may also utilize the following as evidence at trial, all of which has either been previously provided or is attached hereto: Bode Technology forensic case reporting regarding item 1116 in ISP Lab Report 13, previously provided on July 27th. Now, those are the tools in the shed, the different things in the shed. Sorry, you guys. Okay, let me stream settings. Okay, hang on, you guys. Let me slow this down. I'm going to really have to change my stream settings. And I can't do it because I've already started. So that's where we're at, you guys. No, this is a brand new mic, Rosie. I think it's my settings. They're not matching my YouTube studio. I'm trying to... I'm trying to fix it here, you guys. Okay, what about that? How's that? How is it now, you guys? Is that better or worse? Because I just changed another setting. Let me know if it's better or worse. Sounds like I'm far away. Oh. So when I'm just talking, it's all good. But when I start reading, it goes bad? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I think it's because I changed some settings in my studio. So this supplemental discovery disclosure was filed, it was dated the 2nd of November, but it just went into his, it just went on. Is the reading bit pre-recorded? No, this is live. I'm live right now, you guys. I don't, is the reading bit pre-recorded? No, I'm reading it as you're seeing it on the screen. Thank you for stopping in, Kimmy. Now, I think it's, I did a change in my studio, and now that I'm already live, I can't change it. Unless I can change it over here. Hang on. No. I'm going to have to change it. Yeah, my camera is off. That has nothing to do with my audio. Maybe it's because I read too fast. I don't know. I'm a pretty fast reader, so it could be that I'm reading way too fast and I've got my latency up really high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back to the normal latency. We're in retrograde, Willow. So communication is effed up all around. Yeah, I know I changed one of my settings in studio to be able to put closed captions on, and I think that's what messed everything up because everything was working great until then. And now that I'm already live, I can't change that setting. I can't change the latency. So I think I'm just going to put it back, and I'm sorry, but I just won't have the closed captioning. But I mean, this is all we have anyway, you guys. So like I said, once I see anything coming in regarding court documents about the motion to sever, when the judge makes that order, what I'll do is I'll just put a copy of that in my community tab. So when I'm talking slower like this, you guys can hear it okay? Okay, well, with that, you guys, I'm just going to wrap it up. Yeah, so that's what I got to do is I got to slow down the latency. Yeah, well, this is what I'm concerned about, you guys. Like, the judge is going to have to give her her right, sorry, to a speedy trial, right? Putting it off for 2 months is one thing, but now that Chad wants his trial in October of 2023, I can't see her agreeing to that. And if she doesn't agree to it and she demands her right to a speedy trial, then they're going to have to set a date, and one side is not going to be happy. And if, you know, unless the judge severs the cases, and I think at this point, he's not going to have much choice. Rosie, I have no idea yet. I haven't really gone trying to check about the Michael Vaughn. I was really, really busy this morning, and then seeing this news come out. So I wanted to make sure that I got it out there that she has been brought back to competency yet again, and she is fit to stand trial. Nana, okay, here is my email. So it's above and beyond Ancestor. You don't put the readings, just above and beyond Ancestor at outlook.com. There it is right there. I tried to get above and beyond Ancestor readings, but I had set it up and I didn't remember the passcode. And so now it's just above and beyond Ancestor at outlook.com. Yeah, I won't slow it down too much, Compute. I'll just put it back to the normal latency instead of, I think I got it on high. I don't know. I changed it, and I had to change it so I could do closed captioning. Summer, I was typing it too slow. Thank you, Rosie. Rosie got it before all of us. So yeah, I'm not going to jump on and do much more live anyway, probably the rest of this week, unless something really big pops off, because I've got one heck of a headache. I have not been feeling good since this cold started, and I want to try and rest up, but I will be posting on my community tab. So make sure you're subscribed so you will see any updated information. If I'm not feeling well enough to go live, you guys, I will just post it there in the community tab. So keep an eye on the community tab also. Hello, Mama, sir. Yeah, I've not been feeling good at all. I've got to go. I'm going to get a COVID test because it's gotten really bad over the last 24 hours. Oh, summer, did we get snow? It's still snowing. It's supposed to snow straight through for the next couple of days. I've already taken about 2 to 3 inches off my car this morning at 7 a.m. It's now 12 and it's piling up out there again. Oh yeah, I can't take a lot because I'm allergic to codeine. I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm allergic to sulfates. So really for any kind of pain or anything like that, the only thing I can really take is extra strength Tylenol. And I also have this, it's a prescription nasal spray to try and clear out my sinuses. And I'm just falling apart, you guys, in old age. Yes, we got snow, and it's supposed to continue to snow for the next 2 days. Today, Thursday and Friday. So, and I've got my daughter's baby shower on Saturday. So I've got to be able to get out Thursday or Friday to go and pick up all the food to make up my charcuterie boards. Oh, thank you, Summer. It could very well be a comp to the dust because I just started my furnace up. I was just using a little heater by my desk because the rest of the house was still fairly warm. It's just this one corner of the house where my office is. It gets really cold. So I had been using just my little electric heater when I needed it. But yeah, just a couple of days ago. And you know what? Thank you for saying that because it just clicked. It was like a few days ago that I put on the furnace. And it's forced air. So I changed all the filters in the floor vents. I put new filters in all of those and a new filter in my furnace. But I don't know. Oh, thanks, Momosser, for sharing that snow with us. Get Soothie gel strips for your forehead. I might try that. Oh, thank you, Summer Dawn. I will. And I do believe she's supposed to be due January 19th, I believe. And I think she's going to go mid-December. I don't think she's going to make it even till the end of December, which is already crazy because the birthday's in December and Christmas. My birthday's December 4th. So not next weekend, but not the next 2 Sundays, the third Sunday is mine. And it's my granddaughter's. My granddaughter's on the 2nd of December. I'm on the 4th. My son is on the 18th. My stepdaughter is on the 19th. We have Christmas on the 25th. I have my other granddaughter the beginning of January already. Yeah, and her gut is hard as a rock. Hard as a rock. Like, she's huge. I don't know, I really haven't looked at her belly button, Momosser, but she's, like, it used to be like her stomach was like normal. Like, you could push a little bit with your fingers and feel a little bit of fatty. But now she's like rock hard. You can't even pinch a half of a millimeter of skin. Like, she is so big and her belly is like hard. We went and heard the heartbeat last week, and we go again on the 23rd, and that's going to be another ultrasound and heartbeats and all that again. Yeah, December is a very expensive month for me. That's why my birthday is usually overlooked because we're just inundated with birthdays in December and then Christmas. And so I'm hoping she goes at least till after Christmas. But it kind of looks like, to me, I think she's not going to make it till the end of December. She's looking for a needle to pop her. That's funny. Okay, you guys, so let's wrap this up. I hope the audio stays good. I'm going to put it back to normal latency. Hopefully that works. And like I said, anything else pops off. I'm going to go, I got my sunglasses on in the house right now. That's how bad my head's hurting and my eyes. But I may pop over and check out the contacts that I have and see if there's anything new on the Michael Vaughn. If there is, you guys, I'm not going to jump back on a live. What I'll do is I'll just put all that information for you guys in the community tab. Okay? So with that being said, thank you guys for coming out, checking this out. Lori's been brought back to competency. It's going to set things into a whirlwind. And let's see what happens with that. She better get ready because you're usually right. I've got everything ready here for the baby. So she's going to be staying with me for the first couple days after she has the baby because she is on her own now. Her and the baby father broke up. Huh. And she really doesn't have a clue. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, everybody stay warm for those of you getting snow and everything. Thank God I got my snow tires on. I got them on the 9th. So just in time for all this snow. And it's supposed to continue snowing for the next 2 days. So today, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to get snow. So let's hope that I can get out to get to the baby shower on Saturday and to get the food and everything that I need to get. I have to do that tomorrow. Thank you so much, Mom Mosser. And yeah, I do want to rest up because, like I said, I have her baby shower on Saturday. I don't want to be sick for that. So with that being said, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Anything new that's coming out, please keep an eye on my community tab. I will be posting updates there. Michael Vaughn, anything that pops off on here. If I get the judge's order today regarding if he's going to sever the cases between Chad and Lori, I'll put that as well as the paperwork in the community tab also. So please keep an eye on that, okay? So with that being said, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Love you to the moon and back. Bye-bye.